Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so sorry for going for so long. A whole 2 months I've been away, but it's for good reason. I actually went off and got married. I got married, guys, and yes, I'm doing very well, thank God. It's just been a really busy time, so I probably should have made some sort of disclaimer before I went off, so I do apologize for that. I'm absolutely fine. I am just enjoying married life. It was an amazing day. I was already actually technically legally married, but this was a traditional wedding. So my family are from Jamaica and my partner's family are Nigerian. So this was a big Nigerian, beautiful wedding. I'll insert maybe a picture here to let you guys see. But yeah, it was an amazing day. We had so much fun, but it was so busy and it was a lot of planning, so it really took up a lot of my time and energy, and I just couldn't juggle everything. I have to kind of be quite strict with my time. Yeah, I can now focus kind of on content and just sharing, life and updates with you guys. This is going to be a video specifically for one of the comments that I received under one of my videos, and it was just asking what lifestyle changes I have made after treatment, chemotherapy. So if you're new here, my name's Esther. If you didn't know already, I'm 31 years old and I was diagnosed with triple positive early stage breast cancer at the age of 29. I'm now cancer free, I'm happy to say, and I'm just sharing my journey of what the last 2 years look like, how I'm doing now, what I'm into now, because this originally started as a beauty channel. I'm still into beauty and I want to share what's changed in terms of my beauty, my lifestyle, everything in between. So if you're interested, keep on watching, consider subscribing and give it a like and a comment. Thank you guys. So rest is something that I take so seriously now. Pre-cancer treatment was a whole mess. Like, I was working all the hours under the sun. I was doing side projects. I was trying to do social media. I was running around for friends and family. I just didn't take rest seriously. I just didn't see the need for rest. I just thought, if I'm resting, I'm wasting time and I'm being lazy, I'm not being productive. And a thing about me, and when you're in your 20s, I think you are always trying to be productive and life moves so quickly and you want to move with it and you don't want to be left behind. So I was one of those people who just needed to always be doing something. And even at rest, quote unquote rest, it wasn't rest. It was kind of like, okay, I'm chilling on the sofa, but I need to be on my phone to see, what I'm making for dinner. I need to meal prep. I need to do all of those things. So life was just always so fast paced for me, and I didn't take stock of my rest load, and it just kind of caught up to me. When you don't allow your body to rest, you don't allow your body to heal. So rest is definitely something that I take seriously now, and it's not just sleeping, it's actually scheduling rest and actually resting rather than being on my phone. Sometimes I have to plug my phone in somewhere in another room to make sure that I just don't touch it and just actually enjoy resting and just switching my mind off and actually just self-care essentially. The other thing that I was kind of forced to do when I got sick was work part-time. So I was just talking about working all hours under the sun, wanted to get things done and was took loads of pride in my work, which was good, but it was a bit excessive. When I got sick, I physically could not work. So I had to take time off work. And even when I did finish treatment, I still had lingering, and I still do, I have lingering side effects. So I get really tired. I still can't really do what I did before. My brain isn't as sharp, and I had to cut down my hours. So at the moment, I do 3 days a week at work, and I work in insurance. So luckily for me, my job is a remote job, so I do work from home, so it makes things a lot easier. I think if I did a physical job, it will be a lot harder. 3 days a week at the moment at home is manageable for me. I used to work full-time, 5 days a week, 9 to 5, maybe even longer, and now I'm doing 3 days a week, and I'm very strict with my schedule. The other thing is, under the heading of rest as well, is setting boundaries with friends, family, just anybody, my employer, going out. I can't always commit to going out. I really try my best to be there for my friends because they're always there for me, but setting boundaries is so important. So I try and just You know, if it's something that I really can't commit to, or my body is telling me no, I'm just too tired, I'm worn out, I'm not feeling too good, I just give it a miss. Now I'm like, okay, what's my body telling me today? I can actually listen to it, because I was forced to listen to it and I was forced to slow down, and now I'm more in tune and in touch with my body. The other change that I made is diet. One of the things that I'm very conscious about is whole foods, having whole foods and things that have minimal ingredients and not too much preservatives. I try and make things from scratch because I know exactly what's going in my food. Food is a big thing for me, and again, it's a part of the healing process of my body. I think if you've got a healthy body, healthy mind, healthy spirit, it will help with overall healing. So I do try and have more greens with my meals and just whole foods overall. I'm not perfect in my diet, I must tell you that. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I just try my best to just be conscious of my diet. The next thing is drinking habits. Now, drinking habits, this was a hard one for me because I love a drink. I'm not like an excessive drinker. However, I used to work in an office in central London. After work drinks, especially in the summer, is really enjoyable. So I was not partial to a drink or five at the time on a Friday. In the UK, we have a culture of drinking. Okay, we love a drink, let's be real. And a lot of the time, we are not taking stock of how much we are drinking and how it affects your health. So alcohol does affect your health overall. Again, it comes down to the inflammation in your body, how you process things, how your liver processes things. And one of the things that I'm a lot more conscious of is protecting my liver, because one of the things that I need to be aware of is my liver health, because of the medication that I was taking and I will be taking ongoing. They need to check my liver health and make sure that your liver, because your liver, if you didn't know, is what breaks things down and helps your body process things and allows you to, you know, remove waste from your body. If your liver's not functioning properly, that is waste building up in your body, and it's just not a good thing. Protecting my liver, keeping hydrated if I am drinking, and just being conscious of how much I'm drinking. The next thing is beauty products. Now, beauty products is a big thing for me. So obviously, you know how I love my makeup, my skincare. That's just me. That was what my channel was built on. I'm a product junkie. I love skincare, I love makeup, I love all things girly products. I just love it. Your skin is your biggest organ, and anything that you put in your skin, it does absorb into your skin. Now, again, none of these tips or the things that I'm changing are perfect, and they're not like from black to white. It's very much a grey area and a transition and a learning curve. So this is something that I've definitely kind of changed, but still have some older habits and older products that I'm still using. But I try to use natural products now, or products that I make myself. So for example, any moisturizer for my skin, I make it from pure shea butter, you know, argan oil, a little bit of olive oil, just oils, and I melt it down, and that is usually what I use on my body with less fragrance. If my body's consuming all of these things via my skin, via what I'm ingesting, it's all going into my body, and my liver is overworking and trying to break all of those things down. My body's trying to break all of those things down and process it. So if I can do you know, natural remedies or make things myself, I will. Ilia is a brand that I didn't use before actually. I just was looking at Sephora's clean version, you know what I mean, the clean version of things, and I use a app called Yuka. And Yuka basically tells me if a product is non-toxic or the ingredients are good. So this is a really good product that I changed to. So this is the Base Face Milk. So all it is a lightweight milk toner slash moisturizer, and it's great for the summer, by the way. So I don't actually use physical you know, thick cream. I use this for my face underneath makeup, and it's amazing. It's got really good ingredients. Ilia in general is a clean brand, so I try and find the brands that just have more conscious view for their products, and I try and just, you know, seek out what works for me. And this, I'm not gonna lie, this is very expensive, but it will probably last me like a whole year. We have some more products that I also want to include. So we've got Kosas. We've got some Kosas concealers. I love these concealers, they're amazing. Got two concealers here. This is just for color correcting and this is for brightening. I got this on today alongside my Tower 28 concealer as well. This is another one that is amazing. They're all very clean brands and got clean products. They don't irritate my skin. They have skin loving ingredients and I just adore them so much. I do wish their shade range was a bit better, but still very good for me. But yeah, amazing brand. One more brand that I want to tell you about is honestly one of my favorite brands, but they're so pricey. If they weren't so expensive, I would buy everything from their range because I love it. And this is from Westman Atelier, and look at their packaging, it's so sleek. Products are amazing, they've got great ingredients. Lovely Westman Atelier. Last product that I want to mention, and this is quite a big one, especially for me. So this is sunscreen. Now I know you're thinking sunscreen, that's not really a new thing, but I never used to take sunscreen that seriously. And sunscreen is something that's essential, not just for people that are not melanated and got pale skin, it's also for our brown girls, it's also for black girls, it's for everybody. Everybody needs to wear sunscreen if you've got sun in your country, and that's most of us. So sunscreen is what I use. The one that I've got here, it's not the only one that I use, but the one that I've got here is by Bioma. This is another good brand. They're quite affordable as well. You can find them in Boots, I believe Superdrug as well, in the UK. Great brand. Now, if you don't know about what treatment I've had after I had surgery, they also did radiation to the area of my right breast, and what they said to me, the advice that they gave me, is that I should keep it covered for at least a year post radiation, because you need to protect the skin. The skin is extra sensitive, it can tear easily, it's very delicate. So they also said if you are going to go out in the sun, you have to wear sunscreen. It's mandatory to protect the skin again and help it to heal, because it has to have some time to heal, because it's gone through a rigorous radiotherapy that is like extreme heat laser thing going on. I don't know the technical term, but it's a lot. So I use it specifically if I'm wearing anything that is revealing any chest area. I specifically put extra sunscreen on the right side of my chest. And then in terms of my outlook, that is something that I changed dramatically. So I feel like I am a lot more appreciative every single day. I maybe have missed like a day or two or three since I was diagnosed, but every single day I will wake up and I'd firstly say, thank you, Lord, for giving me another day. Thank you for waking me up in my right mind. Thank you for waking me up in good health. And because I declare that over my life, and thank you for my friends and family that are there for me. Go with me today and remove any anxiousness so that I can have a good day. Amen. So I try and appreciate life a lot more, and know that it's short, it's precious, in a positive way. Like, it's a blessing. Every single day is a blessing, and I don't take that for granted anymore. And I'm sad to say that I did before, because I just thought it would be promised and I would make plans ahead of time, like, and I'm not talking about tomorrow or a week's time. I would make plans for 5 years time, and it's good to be optimistic, but don't assume and, you know, insist that I will live for 5 years and 10 years. I would love to, and I think if it's God's will, I will. And I'm positive about the future. I'm very positive and happy about the future, but I need to remember that he's the center of everything, and not to get caught up on the rat race and, you know, things at work, and, you know, forget the whole point. And he's the only reason I'm here. Literally, he's the only reason I'm here. So my perspective has changed in terms of my outlook on life, my faith. I feel like my faith is a lot better than it was, and I'm a lot more honest with God as well. I'm a lot more happy and secure within myself, and I don't feel like I need to try and prove anything to anyone. I'm a lot more outspoken, and I feel like my personality's changed a little bit in a way that is a bit more happy about life, but also serious in a way, and a lot more confident, because I think if I can go through cancer and go through chemotherapy and all of that, then nothing can scare me, and I can literally do all things through Christ. I try and do one thing that makes me scared every month. I used to do it a week, but it was a bit too scary. But I will probably do it maybe every 2 weeks if I've got time. But yeah, it's just to challenge myself a bit more, because I didn't think I would be able to go through all of this crazy treatment and stuff and, you know, see the end of it. But yeah, I'm here today and I feel like I can do anything. So yeah, so that is everything, guys. It was a little bit rambly, so apologies for this. When I'm away from the camera for a long time, I feel a little bit out of sync, I don't know. But hopefully now that I've got a nice setup, I will continue to post and update you guys on what's going on. In terms of where I am in my journey, as I said, I'm cancer free, but I do have an upcoming mammogram, which I'm quite nervous about, like, naturally, but I know it'll be absolutely fine. But I'll keep you guys in the loop with how things are going with that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.